See that? Yeah, I know. Miserable, isn't it? It is what we call cold, calm, and clear. This is Phoenix winter. It is 35 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what? 1.5 Celsius? It's cold. Too cold for humans. We should move south where it's warm. Not a good day today. No, not a good day today. Today was definitely heartburn, ulcer kind of day. I was installing a management tool on one of our Hyper-V servers on the master server. And it should have just been a tool to inspect the Ethernet cards. But halfway through the install, which I was doing remotely, my remote connection dropped. And when I went to the actual console of the server, it was black and unresponsive. But I could tell from the activity lights that the virtual servers that were on the server were still functioning, but there was now no internet connectivity because nobody could get to it. And so we were in server's crash mode. And we could not get the screen to come back on, so we had to pull it and connect another one, which had to be situated on the floor behind the server rack. So I'm lying on the floor trying to get the server to get a screen. And I finally did, and was able to reboot it. And when it came back, there were no Ethernet cards showing, except for one, the one that wasn't actually connected to anything, but the others, gone. But I was able to go in to look at that tool that had finished installing, and it showed that there were 4 Ethernet cards, but 3 of them were deactivated, and but it wouldn't let me reactivate them. So after we got everything, all the servers came back up, which takes a long time. Then put it through a reboot, took a look at the cards at the BIOS level. Nothing appeared to be wrong there. Rebooted it one more time, and everything came up normally, which is good, but we were out 90 minutes on that. And that's, right in the middle of the day. That's stressful. That's stressful. I finally set up my Patreon.com account last night for the Fusion Patrol podcast. That's patreon.com/Fusion Patrol if you feel like donating. Anyway, the podcast doesn't cost me a lot of money, but there's some hosting fees and there's some cost for buying discs and things. And so I thought, well, I do have some listeners, and maybe they would support the podcast. And I got one supporter within 24 hours, and I haven't actually put out a podcast saying, hey, we've got a Patreon account. It's just word of mouth on the Facebook page. So who knows? I might be able to afford to buy that Future Cop DVD set or Beyond Westworld. Yeah, that'd be the ticket. On our way to Michelle's winter concert, this is the first of 3 trains that inconvenienced our traffic this evening. Michelle, of course, performs last, so during the earlier parts, I just stayed outside in the cold and dark. I've had the BBVA Compass account that I've been complaining about recently since January of 2012, and I've ever had to have interaction with them 5 times. And the first 4 times, they've been inefficient, incorrect, unable to remember what happened from the previous visit. It has been an absolute nightmare of, I mean, 4 times since 2012 is not many dealings with a bank, and for them to screw them up every time. And I know I just said 5 because number 5 is today when I closed the account out. And amazingly enough, that just went smooth. I'd like to close the account. Here it is. Of course, they charged me $8 for the cashier's check, which, on top of the fact that they charged me the $5, but there wasn't a manager there, and I'm just not going to fight with it. So I've lost $13 to their cheap, stupid crap. But it's enough just to be rid of them. And I had to have a check. I could have taken cash, but I can't deposit cash into my brokerage account. I have to have a check so that I can deposit it electronically. So I had to have the $8. There wouldn't have been any other way. But it's done. They are gone. Say bye-bye. A much overdue cleaning of my office. Much overdue. I went through the file cabinets here earlier. They were filled with old computer manuals and warranties and software licenses for software that's 20 years old. Hardware that you wouldn't even recognize anymore. It's all in the garbage now for the most part. But I did find this, which I've never been one for an address book or a day planner, but sometime I'm given them. And I was about to throw it away, and I popped into the middle of it, just kind of skimming through it to make sure there wasn't anything important in it. And I found, you won't be able to read this, but I found that. And what that is my notes from our honeymoon. And not that kind of notes. Cut it out. This is our trip to Singapore. And it's the day-by-day entry. And I found that on December 24th, 1998, let's see, what does it say? MRT to Zoological Gardens. Spent entire day at Zoological Gardens. Nice cage arrangement. Very picturesque. Afterwards, went shopping at Seiyu. Ate at Moe's Burger. The spicy Moe's Burger with cheese is a cheeseburger with picante sauce. It's not bad. It tasted like a real hamburger. So that constitutes the first time I ever ate at a Moe's Burger. And that was on December 24th, 1998. And I love Moe's Burger to this day. Anyway, I guess I have to keep this now.